and we shouldn't forget that the tragedy of the Palestinian people began not on October 7th, but a century and more earlier. We also are extremely thankful to We Witness TV for bringing to their channel and providing us here with some of the most powerful and tragic video representations of the suffering that has been endured. And I also want to thank the steering committee of the Gaza Tribunal that week after week has met and addressed all the issues that arise among people that are dedicated to a single cause but have differences in how best to achieve those results. I think the statement that we heard from the jury suggests that reality itself has transcended any kind of uncertainty about how to address the comprehensive challenges posed by this genocide. And we're thankful too to the Advisory Policy Council, which has many distinguished members, for associating themselves and lending legitimacy and some advice to our efforts. And of course, it would be irresponsible of me not to mention the formative role that my friend, His Excellency Taha Ahsan, has played in conjunction with this sponsoring group here in Istanbul and on behalf of the Islamic Cooperative Youth Forum, which has given us the material means and spiritual inspiration to engage in such an ambitious but humanly necessary undertaking. Because the tribunal had significant results by its prior session in Sarajevo and takes seriously the central recommendation that its work does not end with this final session here in Istanbul, that we prepared a complementary statement to that has flowed from the work of the jury of conscience and is, without any prior consultation, is 100% compatible with what we have all heard with such appreciation a few minutes ago. And I present this statement, which is the work of the steering committee and of a number of dedicated members of it that participated in its formulation. The members of the Gaza Tribunal issued this statement at a historic moment of darkness, but in a continuing quest for the light of justice. The Gaza People's Tribunal recognizes that the current genocide in Palestine, rooted in a century of colonization and oppression, represents a watershed moment in the history of our world. If the Israeli perpetrators and their Western enablers are allowed to escape the imperatives of justice, and the Palestinians, survivors, are left without meaningful redress and ultimately their full liberation from the dehumanizing shackles of Zionism and colonialism, the world will have ratified one of the worst atrocities in history. The tribunal notes that if colonialism, apartheid, genocide are not moral red lines, then there are no red lines, and the world that presages will be a world of unprecedented horror. Every member of the human family has a stake in Palestinian justice. Cognizant of this, the Gaza People's Tribunal was established in London in November 2024 as a people's tribunal in the tradition of the Russell Tribunal that was established at the height of US aggression in Vietnam. It convened, the Gaza Tribunal convened public hearings in Sarajevo in May 2025, adopting the historic Sarajevo Declaration as a statement of the principles of the tribunal and of the global quest for justice in Palestine, and take satisfaction from the fact that the Sarajevo Declaration was affirmed by the jury of conscience and by the public reception it has received since its release. Its work over the past year has consisted of the collection of information and analysis, the hearing of witnesses and survivors, the archiving of evidence, and the issuing of appeals to humanity for action to end the genocide and to secure justice for the Palestinian people.